I'm not trying to thought. I'm just talking on my expertise based upon what I research, what I know from experience, what I hear from the people, and what's my point of view as a person, as the actor. What is my point of view, and then how do you get to a happy ending, a conclusion that is good. If you don't understand people, you can't get to that happy ending. You can't. You have to understand people, man. In that same documentary, ironically, the leader, I believe his name was Troy. There was another white male that was on the legs of the black man, and when they killed him, that guy was in prison for forgery. And I remember watching his documentary. He was saying, "Look, man, I'm a forger, and they put me in prison with people doing life for murder, and I'm trying to survive a prison environment. They didn't put me in a prison for forgers." You know what I mean? And it just, I'm looking at him and saying, well, dude, why isn't that guy rehabilitated? Because that guy got radicalized in prison big time. I'm like, oh my gosh, man. He was like part of the radicalization of prison. And then they end up, I think they sent him to a prison, a New Jersey prison. And he was part of a choir, and he found Christianity and that kind of thing. And he's trying to say, look, man, but look what the prison industry has done. But it starts in the beginning. You know, there is now, when you have a guy like that, you don't want a guy like that radicalized. You want him to be rehabilitated. But even I know, every person in all the cases, every person responsible for harming me, you can go to prison for a very long time, dude. Understand? Or woman. Understand that. If you're a woman, you're going to group with the women, and it'll be a better experience for you. If you're a man, you're going to end up having to be with your race, and it's going to end up being gang-related and racial-related and everything else. You'll end up more radicalized. I don't want you more radicalized. I want you to know you did something wrong, man. I don't want you to go to the can. You're going to be victimized. I mean, who knows? You know, if you had a politician in prison or some lawmaker or somebody in prison, they'll probably victimize you, man. I don't want that to happen to you. No way. Because how will you learn a lesson from that? You'll end up more radicalized, the same. And traumatized, I'm sure. I want you to learn a lesson, man. Admit to what you did wrong to harm me, and I'll forgive you. I would go on the stand and say, I don't want that dude in prison. I want him to learn a lesson. And it needs to be a rehabilitation in American prisons. We incarcerate the most people. There has to be rehabilitation. I read about some of my, I remember Lisa Ling did a lot of documentaries. I remember she was doing a documentary on Oprah, on the racial situations and all these things. And the white dudes are saying, well, I mean, what are you going to do, man? I mean, they come to prison, they get on the yard, they go, who's in charge? They got to go talk to the individual and say, well, okay, what are the rules? What do you expect from me? What do I need to do? You know what I mean? It's like, dude, it just becomes like a military type environment. To where, you know, you have dudes that are just, okay, man, they're coming on the street down there, and all of a sudden they're radicalized into a system run by lifers that are radicalized. It's bad, man. And then they end up going back to the street. How is that person going to be a productive member of society? I mean, how? Think about it. I mean, come on, use your brain. Anybody with a conscience, use your brain. How? I don't know. What was the name of that dude? One of the dudes, I think his name was Oliver. He was one of the dudes that Lisa Ling did the documentary on. Remember, they were following. I wonder what happened to that guy, man. He was in it for like a short period, and he was going back to the street, but he's a part of the radicalization of prison. Where's the rehabilitation for that man? There isn't any. That was the whole point of the documentary.